Yeah, of course. Okay.
Finally, we got it.
Yeah, we got it. All right, guys, we are live, and I am here with Syntheside, my buddy,
Hey, what's up?
return
How's it going?
friend. This is your YouTube debut, right?
Yep, first video, but we got to celebrate first because you got 3 years. So here we go.
Thank you. Thank you. I can't believe 3 years. Yesterday was what's the 30th? Yeah, so yesterday, the 29th, 3 years ago, I uploaded Ginger Snaps, and right after that, Fade to Black from 1980 with Dennis Christopher. That's a very underrated movie, and that's why I did it, because the first one I didn't know what the fuck to do. So I was like, what movie do I pick? There's so many, so I just went on Amazon or some streaming service, and I just closed my eyes and just scrolled and then stopped, and it was Ginger Snaps, and I love that movie. So I said, all right, cool. And then I said I want to do like a little more obscure for the following one, so I went with Fate to Black. You ever see that one?
Yeah, I saw it a long time ago.
Yeah,
it's been a while.
Hey, Joe. Let me get the comments up here. Hey, Nan. How you feeling? Nan was feeling a little under the weather earlier. Hey, Joe. Oh, yeah, Stranger Things Season 5. Oh, the trailer's dropping tomorrow. Yeah, I still haven't finished Season 4. I don't know that shit. I'm not huge on that show, Stranger Things.
Honestly, I just saw the first season, and that was it.
Yeah, I saw up until like the last 2 episodes of Season 4, and I forgot what happened. I just like stopped watching it for a few days, and then other shit came up, and I just never went back. Hey, Ann. Oh, you're up to 2012 in your memoirs? Cool. Seeing Karate Kid Legends. Taking personal. Okay, cool. Hey, Daniel. Catherine Isabel should have been the new Angel of Night of the Demons. Yeah, I can see that, actually. And I love Catherine Isabel. She is gorgeous. Everything. I put the movie link. If anyone wants to watch along, it's pinned in the chat. And Joe, this is what's in the title. It is Tales from the Crypt Demon Knight. Oops, we lost Synth for a sec. Yeah, it is Tales from the Crypt Demon Knight from 1995, which is, I believe, the second Tales from the Crypt movie. The first one was an anthology, if I recall. But it's been forever since I've seen this movie. I had it on, I don't know, like 6 months ago or so in the background, and so I wasn't fully paying attention. But we have Billy Zane in this. We have William Sadler. We have CCH Pounder. There's a lot of B stars of its time. Yeah, we lost you for a second. Yeah, there's a lot of B stars at the time. There's a good cast in this. But,
Billy Zane was having a blast in this movie.
Oh yeah, like I was just saying, you fell out for a second. I threw it on a few months back, like 6 months ago, and it was in the background. I wasn't paying attention fully, but it's been a while since I fully like watched this movie.
Mm-hmm.
And the first one was a anthology, right? The first Tales from the Crypt film. It was like 70s, I think, it came out.
Yeah.
And that was an anthology. This one it's just a full story for the whole film.
Well, what's crazy is like this didn't even start out as a Tales from the Crypt movie. Like it was originally like written as its own thing, and then when Tales from the Crypt just took off, it just they kind of appropriated it.
Tales from the Crypt on there, which I mean, I love the show. I grew up watching that. I remember they used to have it on like the slightly edited versions on Fox, or maybe they were unedited after a while on like Fox 5 at like midnight. And I used to watch it every weekend. They'd play it like every Saturday night or Friday, Saturday night, Sunday night, something like that. And I used to watch all those episodes. And then
so did you watch it first run when it was first showing on like HBO?
No, I was a little too young. When did it first start?
I think it was like 89 or 90.
Yeah, all right. So
it was one of those shows where I was like, this is one of the shows where it convinced my dad to get cable. So it was one of those free. We got one of those free preview weekends, and Tales from the Crypt was on, and it was like one of those things where I was like, oh, we gotta get HBO, and he's like, eh, and then he saw it, and he's like, oh, okay, we're gonna get HBO.
There you go. Yeah. That got your HBO back in the day. That's how good the show was.
Yeah, it was awesome. I loved all the celebrity cameos and stuff too.
That was one of the best parts about it, especially if you watch them like now, like older, instead of like growing up with it. And now that I know more about film and all that and stuff, so like I know these actors. It's fun going back and seeing them and seeing like, oh wow, this guy's in this, or this actress is in this one. It's interesting to see just how many guests were on that show. I will do a 3, 2, 1, go, and are you ready? Daniel says Demon Knight. Demon Knight is a blast to watch with great music, terrific plot, grim. Yeah, no, it's a blast.
Yeah, I love the music. The music it had that like mid 90s kind of industrial rock thing going on.
That's right, yeah. The soundtrack. And then we have Danny Elfman's iconic score for the show that we have in the film here. All right, so yeah, just let me know when you're ready.
Yeah, go for it. Did you already start or no?
No, I'm about to on the count.
Oh, okay.
On the Mario music song, go. 3, 2, 1,
right.
Go. Comes with that, and it's the name of the effect is Mary. That's like they try getting around Mario, I guess. All right. I'm just gonna be hitting random effects and shit.
Awesome.
Yeah, you do. Chad, how does my mic sound? I should have done a video and tested it, but I have a new mic, so I'm testing it out.
Yeah, on my end, you sound pretty good.
All right, cool. Because I have it in my earbud, so I can hear it. It sounds all right. Fine.
Yeah, I actually haven't seen this movie in probably 20 years.
Yeah, besides the time that I threw it on and in the background, it was probably 10 years since I saw this.
Yeah. So what do you think of Bordello of Blood compared to this one?
That's the other one, right? I was just gonna ask the third one. That one I haven't seen. Wow. Was that the third one?
It came after this. It came after this one.
Okay, came after this.
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't seen that one. 15 years. That's another one maybe we got to watch for that one.
I'm down for that one too. Let's go.
Tales from the Crypt up here. The only reason I haven't done like episode reviews of Tales from the Crypt is because a good friend of mine over at Sinister Cinema Review case, he did a lot of those, so I don't want to do those too because he kind of like dove into all of that, and it's hard for me to do like TV show.
Right. Well, if you want to be consistent, I'm sure it's a lot of work to do all the to cut all the videos and stuff. I thought about doing it too. Like one of my friends was over last weekend. And he was like, actually had the Tales from the Crypt stuff out. He's like, oh, what's all this out? And I was like, we're going to do a live stream pretty soon. And I was just kind of like watching a few episodes. And I was thinking like, yeah, this would be great to review.
Yeah, it's fun. I do that with the Goosebumps. So
yeah. See, like I was too old for Goosebumps. Like that was like right after kind of my.
Right around when I
was
elementary, middle school. Started getting big with books and everything. And Are You Afraid of the Dark too?
See, I caught a little bit of that, but I kind of even that I was used to watching, Tales from the Dark Side and like Outer Limits and
that's a great show. Both.
Yeah, and Tales from the Crypt, you know. So it's
Tales
like going from that to Are You Afraid of the Dark was just kind of like, eh.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. Tales from the Dark Side, the movie, is so good. It's a favorite.
Yeah.
That's like the real Creep Show 3. Because Creep Show 3, the real Creep Show 3, sucks.
Mm-hmm.
That movie is so bad.
Actually,
I remember this. That little
kill
with her in the bathroom. That's cool. Because they're making a move.
With John Larroquette as the killer.
Yeah. He did how many voiceovers and how many of the massacre films? I know he did the original. He did 2 also, I think. I think he might have done 3, but I'm not sure. And then I know he did the remake.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm not sure which ones after. He might have done 2022. But he has such a... I love how they animate the Crypt. He's on his way to Hollywood in a big way.
The one thing I did like about the movie, though, was the fact that, like, the movie, I remember, because I haven't seen it in a while, but I remember it looking a lot like just an extended episode of the show.
Oh, okay.
Jinjo, what's up, man?
What's up, Jinjo? And just for Joe leaving. All right, Joe. Have a good night, man. And yeah, I know you're excited for Megan 2.0. I talked to Amy's mom, so they're going to be in New York for the premiere. As soon as they get back, we're going to link up and set a date up. So I know Joe, you'll be happy about that. Ginger, what's up, man? Have a good night, Joe.
Yeah, this feels like the mid '90s right here, just with the soundtrack.
Oh, absolutely,
dude.
Oh, that's right. Dick Miller's in this too.
Yeah. William Sadler, fresh off Die Hard 2.
Look at that. So John Shuck too. The cast is great.
Yeah, it's awesome.
And I mean, especially Billy Zane's character. That's right. I always forget that there's the orbs that he gets chased by. She was also in, and it was weird seeing her. Like, wow, I can't believe Orphan, the first Orphan, is 15, 16 years old. That's crazy. But she's in that, and she's so skinny in that compared to how she used to be back in the 80s, 90s.
Mm-hmm.
She was in Psycho 4 also.
I loved like the feel of this movie. It feels like almost like a Western, and it was kind of big, like around this time period when you got like From Dusk Till Dawn, which came out a couple years after this, and then like what else? There's
right.
What's that?
Like from 96, right?
Yeah. And then even like Near Dark kind of had the same kind of like Western kind of feel to it.
Yeah. There was definitely a lot of that Western horror.
Yeah, or even like John Carpenter's Vampires, kind of same thing.
Yep, absolutely. Hey, Paula. You don't have to ever apologize for your lane. How you doing? If you want to watch along, I put a link for the movie on Look Movies pinned in the chat. Should have it still. And even the CGI doesn't look terrible. It still looks good, especially the type of movie this is, and the type of story.
Yeah, they don't overdo it really. Like the practicals are really good.
Yeah, the practical effects are really good. I'll probably be more blown away from the practical effects watching this time because like it's been a while. So there's probably a lot of stuff in here that I'm going to say, oh shit, I don't remember it being this good. That's what happened with Tales from the Dark Side, the movie. I posted a video on that like early on in the chat. The first time watching, I was like, man, I don't remember the effects were being that good in this, and it's really good, especially in the second and third segment. All the cat stuff, the cat coming out of the dude's going into his throat, coming out of it, all of that looked fantastic. That little girl looks like the lead killer girl in Bloody Birthday. That was 1980. No, it's not her, but it looks like her.
Love this.
Oh, that's right. After this, I got to look online for Bring Her Back. People are raving about that. The new film from the director that talked to me.
I like to think this is how they cast Dick Miller in this movie. They just kind of found him on the back lot and was like, hey.
He was so great. He was in so many things.
For some reason, every time I think of Dick Miller, I think of The Burbs, like when he was the garbage man in The Burbs. Like every time I think of him, that's the role that pops in my head. I don't know why. He's been in so much stuff, but that's every time I see him. Yeah, Gremlins too, exactly.
That's the one that pops into my head when I think of Dick Miller.
Or the gun store owner in Terminator.
Yeah, that one too. Yeah, that's another one that will come to mind quick. But yeah, he's probably at least over 100 movies, if not a few. And he was 90 years old when he died. He lived pretty long.
Yeah, it was recently, right? It was only a couple of years ago.
Yeah, it was 2019. And he's from the Bronx. Oh, that's right. He was in Piranha too.
Mm-hmm.
Piranha. I never liked Piranha. Joe Dante's Piranha. I love Piranha 3D.
Oh yeah. Piranha 3D was awesome.
Yeah,
that's one where I think the remake was actually better than the original.
Absolutely. Yeah. I did a video on that and on one on 3 Double D, which is fun, but it's not as good in any way as 3. But I mean, that's Alexander Aya who did High Tension and a bunch of movies. Since a lot of disturbing. The Hills Have Eyes, a lot of disturbing movies. But that's how you do a remake. I say, like, don't keep remaking the classics. Like remake a movie that didn't have the budget at the time, or it wasn't executed right.
Right.
Movies like Piranha, like Joe Dante. I mean, there's hardly any Piranha in that. I mean, the effects wasn't that great at the time to pull off the crazy shit we see in Piranha 3D. So take a movie like that, remake it, and make it good, like, and add all that stuff. That's a perfect example of a movie to remake and just make it into a blast of a film.
So I take it you're not a Psycho remake fan?
Yeah, no. I don't know anyone who's a fan of that. I don't know anyone. This CCH fan. That was just so pointless.
Yeah.
Shot for shot in color with different actors.
The only good shot for shot like remake was probably Funny Games, the American Funny Games.
Yep. Absolutely. Yeah. I like the American version better than the original. Yeah. It could be because I saw it first, but also because I just love Naomi Watts. I love Tim Roth. And Michael makes that whole, like, half of that movie is Michael Pitt's performance. It's so good. And that's probably why, because I have seen the original. and it's great, just like it's shot for shot. Like you said, there's no difference except for the performances and the actors playing them. And I don't know. I always loved the original. I mean, the remake more than the original. Yes, this is what's starting to slowly come back to me now. It's starting.
So, what do you think of Jada Pinkett back then?
Yeah, she's awesome.
She's pretty good.
Yeah. I always forget that she's in this too until like it's brought up and her name is brought up. And I say, oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, everyone does a great job.
I love the hotel manager. That chick's awesome. Like, I can't think of anything I've seen her in, but I've seen her in a bunch of stuff. But it's like I can't think of it. But she's awesome. What's that?
CCH founder, Black woman.
Yeah.
Yeah. She was in Psycho 4 at the beginning. She was
right.
In Orphan in 2009. I was like much later. But she was in a lot of stuff. She was on The Shield.
That show. Oh, that's right.
I didn't watch a lot of that, but I saw it about it. Maybe the first season and a half. Yeah, she was on The Shield. But yeah, she lost a lot of weight in like more recent years. I mean, it's 16 years ago. She's so sick. Did you see Final Destination Bloodlines?
I haven't seen it yet. I keep hearing it's pretty good. So I was actually just talking to my wife saying like there's not really much out nowadays, like lately, and that's one that I've actually wanted to go and see.
Yeah, it's definitely worth checking out if you're a fan of the franchise. I recorded a review on it last week and just haven't edited and gotten around to it. Because I want to watch it again because I feel like with some scenes were growing on me after I recorded it. I was like, I think I might have to watch it before I put my thoughts out. That's why I've been holding off on that in case anybody's been wondering. What's up, Scott? Just say that you always stop in and say what you just said. Love Tales from the Crypt Demon Knight. Yes, it is a fun. Oh, Nat, you'll join with Bordello of Blood? Yeah, cool. That's one of your favorites? Cool. Oh, you had KFC.
The deputy, wasn't he in Dead Man? With that Western with Johnny Depp. Like I was like,
I don't know. I know the movie you're talking about. I haven't seen that in forever. Probably.
Yeah.
I haven't even heard that movie mentioned. This girl's gonna take care of it. That's right. The cat's name is Plato.
Classic.
So I forget. I think the key that has Jesus Christ's blood in it.
Yeah. It's like it's like Jesus's blood and then all the blood from the previous like protectors or guardians or whatever.
Yeah.
I like movies like that that have like a deep kind of lore to them, you know?
Oh,
like
absolutely.
Yeah, like other horror movies that don't have it's just kind of a slasher or whatever. Like those are cool, but like I really like the movies that really kind of like dig deep with it and kind of make you have like fan theories, because I know they had the the key was also in Bordello of Blood, but I think it was kind of like a throwaway thing, but they intended on kind of carrying it forward if this was successful.
Yeah, I don't remember. How did this do? I have it up. I don't know if it did that one. Had a budget of 12 million. All right, it's almost 21 million on a 12 million. So I mean, it made money for sure. I remember this. Anyone in chat see bring her back yet? Let's see if this is on the pirate thing. It should be up. Because I like Talk to Me a lot. I just thought it was pretty overhyped. I still thought it was a great movie, but this is supposed to be better. I love his character in this, William Sadler. How just cool, calm, collected he is. He contrasts well with Billy Zane.
Yeah, William Sadler is good in a lot of stuff. Like everything that he's in, he's always really good.
Oh yeah, Shawshank Redemption.
Shawshank, yeah. Die Hard 2.
Die Hard 2.
Yep.
Oh, he's been in so many. Oh, that's right. The cops come first. That with Billy there.
Billy Zane is awesome in this movie. It's like you could tell he's having a blast. Like
he has the most energetic role. I mean, Jada Pinkett kicks some ass in this movie, from what I remember. But yeah, his energy is just contagious. And his whole look too.
Mm-hmm.
The briefcase just has just a cool look.
So when did you first see this movie?
Did
you see it in theaters or?
No, I want to say probably early teens. Yeah, probably like 12, 13-ish or something like that. A few years after I was watching the show when they were showing it on Fox and stuff, and I'd catch it on HBO. So, and that was maybe like 9, 10, 11. So yeah, it was a little bit after that. Same with the first movie, and then I think that's when I saw Bordello of Blood. I might have not seen Bordello of Blood since I was a teenager. 20.
Yeah,
20.
Yeah, this was like one of those movies that was always on TV. If you were like homesick or something, it was always on. Like,
seen this one more than the others.
Yeah,
yeah, especially Bordello of Blood, but the anthology original one, I've seen this one the most. For that reason, because they did a lot on TV. That's how I first saw the Friday the 13th series. I saw
dude, that was classic.
I saw Halloween on Halloween when I was 6. And then the next Friday the 13th, it had to be when they played all the 1 through 8. They always played 1 through 8 on NBC or USA, like one of those channels. And they always played the whole series. And I remember watching the first movie through the 8th movie. Watching, and that's why slashers is still my favorite.
I love how off from there. Yeah, I love how like back like in the day, like they would play Friday the 13th on like AMC, and they'd censor the hell out of it, but like The Walking Dead is like way worse, and it's like, come on, like what the heck, man?
Crazy how it is now.
Yeah.
Different. And some of those cuts were so weird back then.
Oh man, they were bad.
Halloween 2 on TV on AMC or USA or Sci-Fi, any of those channels.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it was so hard to watch those.
Yeah, the only thing that made those watchable on USA was like Joe Bob, you know? Like
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
That was the only thing that added anything because it was so butchered. And there were scenes taken out. I mean, even the original Halloween had added scenes for the TV edit that show Loomis in the classroom. Or the, not classroom, it's like in the, he's in Smithsboro. He's talking with the doctors. That's right. He's like talking with some of the other doctors there. I think 2 had more scenes also. For the TV. I love how Billy Zane has complete control over the sheriff and his deputy in this situation. Got the key. That's it. End of movie. They got the key.
Roll credits.
That would be a cool flask.
Oh yeah, that would be sick.
If they made a flask of that, that would be cool. Key, pop top. If anyone asks you, you're going to a concert or something, what is it? Like, I have a sacred duty. I have to take care of my
a sacred duty.
Yeah. I was born into a sacred society, and I have a secret mission I must carry out as soon as this show is over. My friend actually back in the day, we used to go to a lot of jam band shows like Fish and different incarnations of the dead and the Disco Biscuits. Those 3 especially. But he would bring a pair of binoculars that you unscrew one of the parts of the binoculars from the eye that you put in, and then you fill it with booze. And he never had an issue ever in like 100 shows or so. Never had an issue. Like it was such a great idea. I forgot where he got it, somewhere online or something. And they work too. Like you can look through them, they work just like regular binoculars. But it's a flask. Yeah, this is where the CGI and the practical mixes very well. Like we just got
I love the punch through the face effect. That's great. Like
yeah, that looks really
it's good. So simple too, but it's I don't know. It's awesome.
It's done very well. Yeah, that's really I love when he starts going nuts outside here. I don't know. But then he summons all the fucking crazy things. What are they exactly? I don't know. Are they vampires?
I don't know.
Demons. Yeah. Demon Knight.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense too, because they kind of remind me of the demons from Demons, or Demons 2.
You got the predator blood just.
Yeah, that looks cool. This was a childhood movie for you, Scott?
Oh, Scott, your childhood must have been awesome, dude.
Oh, Scott, your childhood. Yeah, all right. I think if Billy Zane didn't do a good job with this movie, it would have not been as good because he holds this movie. You know, he definitely does.
Oh,
don't
yeah,
get me wrong.
Definitely.
Movie. But I think his performance made this movie what it was. Yeah. That's what I was saying earlier. Since said it too.
Oh, I love this. These little things remind me of like the Pumpkinhead.
I forgot all about that.
Yeah. Like when they're
That looks cool too. All those practical things. Yeah, that's cool looking. I remember the green eyes, the big glow on the eyes, which is something I usually don't like in movies, especially
like
in full moon. Yeah, especially in like full moon films when they have the cheap CGI green eye look. This doesn't look like that. This looks so much better. It looks practical, like a light in there or something.
Right.
But they have like the green eye effect in a lot of full moon movies. The only one I really do like is Demonic Toys. They have the kid who has the adult voice he speaks in, and he has these green eyes. That looks good. Everything else really with the green eye effect, the CGI, I don't know. Scares the shit out of all of them. Yeah, the demon design is great.
Oh, the costumes are awesome. Like,
her head exploding.
So good.
Yeah. CGI lightning and stuff. That looks fine. Holds up for a movie from '95.
And that's how you really need CGI, especially with horror movies. You don't need all the CGI blood. Like, come on, you know?
That's what I say often. It's just why you have to CGI shit that you can easily do with practical. Like, it makes sense if you have to do things. And a lot of it is in movies like this or like any type of natural or paranormal movies where there's ghosts or demons and stuff like that. That's where I give a lot more leeway to CGI. It's like, how are you going to pull a lot of these effects off, ghosts and demons and stuff without CGI? So I get that. And a lot of the times, though, the time that it's made, it adds to the charm. And that's how it is with this movie film. Like, the CGI effect just adds to the charm. So this movie's fucking pretty unrelenting. Like, from this point going to the end, like, it don't stop. Same as Demons. The Demons too. Similar pace. As soon as things kick off, it's just like boom, 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 boom to the end.
Right. It's just it's like a siege movie, kind of like Assault on Precinct 13 or, you know, Night of the Living Dead or any of those kind of.
Yep.
From Dusk Till Dawn.
Yeah, no, that's a very obvious one you would think of, even though this one came first. I think it was 96.
Oh, From Dusk Till Dawn?
I think it was 96. Yeah, 96. That's one that I don't think I've ever seen the sequels to that. Because there's two sequels, right? There's 2, 3, and then
I've seen the second one, but it's like, honestly, it's probably been since 2004, 2005. It's been a while. Yeah, this one came out in 95, right?
Yeah, 95. This is a year before my introduction into movies like this was through videos, but my dad and my grandma let me watch them even though they were rated R. And then sub to your channel.
So. Oh, thank you. Appreciate it. Hopefully I'll post a video someday.
Yeah, definitely. Cool. There's a decent amount of people that started just from watching channels in the community, and now they make, like Mayanne. She started watching me and Keith over at Glorifold and a few others, and then she started posting videos, and now she blew past 1,000 subs recently.
Yeah, it's a good community. It's fun.
Yeah, everyone's so chill and just so creative, so nice and welcoming.
Well, I actually found your channel through your Critters retrospective, and I was trying to explain to one of my coworkers who's like a kid, like what Critters was. And they're like, what's that? And, you know, I'm like, oh God, here we go. And I'm like looking for videos online to try. And I'm like, I just watched this guy's video.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, those Critters ones were fun. I didn't watch those movies past the third one. That and the Ghoulies franchise were fun because I did them close together. And I didn't see past Ghoulies 2 before that, and I didn't see past Critters 3 before that. And I barely remembered any of the Critters movies. And it was fun going back to them. 2 was my favorite.
Oh yeah, 2's fun.
Yeah, and the whole Critter Bowl and stuff like that's really creative stuff. Critters 3 was fun. It's just so bad, the script. But little Leo, as I call him, he's fun. Leonardo DiCaprio, like you could tell he had the charisma. He was going to be a star, like from a kid. Like in that 4, I didn't like.
No, well, yeah, anything. Well, I don't want to say anything that goes to space, but
most things, yeah,
most things that go to space, it's over.
That is great. You have Brad. You have what's his name from Twin Peaks? Who plays Leo Johnson? I always forget the actor's name. Brad Dourif. You have
Brad Dourif was in that. Honestly, it's been a while since I've seen Critters 4, but
it's another big thing. I don't know, the one that she was on American Horror Story a lot. Black woman. It's a great actor. But she's in it too. Like there's like 3 or 4 great actors in that. But the script is so bad. You hardly see the critters either throughout it. Like they were running out of the budget. All right, Ginger.
Congratulations on 4 years, by the way.
Yeah, man. I didn't get to. I told you a few times. I didn't get to tell you with my voice. So congratulations on the anniversary. Same day as mine. Just a year apart. We will continue on this journey. Yeah, this one Jada Pinkett starts stepping up, starts kicking. Oh yeah, that's right. Cleo got killed. Cat. Yeah, I know. Yes, Titanic. I think that's how a lot of people know Billy Zane. I knew him from seeing this first, and then I knew him. Well, maybe I saw this around. No, I saw this after Titanic. But Twin Peaks, I remember him from. Like I saw him in a lot of stuff.
The Phantom, Tombstone.
Tombstone.
Yeah. The Phantom, that was an underrated movie. That was actually pretty good. I remember liking that a lot.
I don't know if I saw that. I know the name. I don't know if I saw that.
Yeah, it was when all the studios were trying to chase that like Batman 89 kind of popularity. They're doing all the.
I've never been big on superhero stuff, but those are my Batman. Like Batman 89, Batman Returns.
Mm-hmm.
Even Batman and Robin. Right? Yeah, Batman and Robin, the one that's with Arnold Schwarzenegger, is that it? Or Batman?
Yeah.
Yeah, Batman and Robin. That one's even fun, even though it's so stupid. But I like those, and I like Sam Raimi's Spider-Man trilogy, and very few others. And I never got the whole Marvel or DC universe or any of that. I just never cared for it. The cat's alive or dead? They just said they left the cat in. Oh, they got the cat in. She's alive. It's Cleo.
This always used to frustrate me as a kid. Like, why are you chasing the cat? But I've got a cat now, and I totally get it.
Yeah, I had a pet cat once. I was telling Pat, had Cheetah will be the story the other night, Ren, because he loves cats. I had a cat in college, and I had him in the dorm room stuff for like a year. I was friends with she's a lesbian, the RA on the floor, and I used to tell her ecstasy, but she didn't care about it and let the cat just chill there. People used to come and hang out and play with the cat all the time. And then I gave it to my stupid cousin because she grew up and she was like 7 years older. She always had animals and stuff. He was deployed, gave it to her. She's lived down in Florida, and within a week, they let it out and it got attacked and killed. Bro, come on. Like, you had all these animals your whole life. I knew her before she went down to Florida my whole life. But she used to have snakes and ferrets and all of that. And then nothing like that I know. I think that like tragically happened to him. But it had to be my cat. Send down there. Oh yeah, take good care of him. A week later, he's dead. I still have nightmares. I'm not going to mention the name of the movie that they did. You can. I already mentioned it. The first movie I ever saw Billy in was The Phantom. You should watch the movie. It's a traditional superhero movie. They're selling so hard. Yeah, I remember the movie. I remember the name. So I'll add it to the list. The ever-growing, non-stop list. It's like 400 movies across 4 lists. Like 2 on my computer and 2 on my phone. Every time somebody mentions a movie, suggestion or comes up, and it's I'll never get to all of them. What other big movies are supposed to come out this year? I always avoid trailers and stuff, so I never really know. That's why I don't do like horror news and stuff. I used to do a show with Garrett that but we did it like 4 in the morning my time. He's in the UK. It was 9 a.m. And then I slept through like 3 times we were supposed to do it and shit. And then that was early on with both of us doing YouTube. And then we realized later on we could have just pre-recorded it at a normal and freaking premiered it at 9 a.m. his time in the UK. And then we just laughed both immediately when I said that. We never thought of that, both of us. But yeah, I gotta hit Garrett up and say maybe we'll do that again. But I don't watch trailers like 99.9% of the time, unless it's something that I really don't give a shit to be spoiled about. Then I don't care. I love Billy Zane's look there, staring.
Yeah.
Yeah, he absolutely that steals the show.
The way they shoot this too, it's just like kind of focused in the way they mess with the kind of the sound.
Yeah.
This was on a studio, right? This was not on like a location anywhere.
I would guess.
Yeah.
On a lot. This was not. I mean, you never know, but that's what it looks like. Usually, you can guess those things most of the time, but you'd be surprised. There's times that I can look at something and say that looks like a very obvious set, just to find out that it was shot on location, and vice versa. Right. Thinking something was shot on location.
Well, really a lot of the Friday the 13th Part 3 looked like really fake, but it's like no, a lot of that was like on location.
Yeah, Friday 3 was on most. We get a Friday the 13th this coming month. I will be doing a Friday the 13th Part 2 watch long discussion. since I was supposed to do that the last Friday the 13th in like September, October, November, something like that. And something happened, came up, and I had to switch it. So I set it for the next Friday the 13th. It's been up for like 6 months. So now it finally will come.
Did you ever play the Friday the 13th game?
Yeah, that was a lot of fun, actually.
Yeah.
Despite all the bugs, there were so many bugs and glitches and everything. But besides that, like, they did a great job doing just the maps, the designs, all the skins, the look of the characters. The gameplay was fun as hell. They had the solo stuff they added later, the solo stuff. I never messed around with that. I should go back and just fuck around with the solo downs. They did a very good job. And I got the Savini skin too because they were messing up on Xbox and PlayStation. They were like making it available when it wasn't supposed to be, and people were downloading it like mad quick. And I ended up getting it on on Xbox. Yeah, on Xbox, which I barely play. It's a stream on my PlayStation.
Yeah, I've got it on PS4, but like after all that stuff went down, like with all the legal stuff, like you can't get it anywhere now. Like I've tried to find Steam keys online, but it's like hundreds of dollars to find a Steam key. Yeah.
It's
That's
sad.
Unfortunate.
I mean, with the game because of the lawsuits and everything like that. We were supposed to get the Grendel ship as a map. And Uber Jason, because you did the whole little cabin thing when you go around, and then finally you're in the Grendel for a split second at the end. They were supposed to have a whole map of that, and it just didn't happen because of the lawsuits. That looks cool. All the practical there with the head exploding and all that shit coming at her head. And then you have CGI immediately right in the counter coming like back in. So I like how they mix both together. That's right. Her arm got cut off, right? Yeah. Jurassic World Rebirth is coming out in June. Oh, I haven't liked the Jurassic Park movie since Jurassic Park, basically. I mean, I love Lost World, even though it is such a stupid movie in so many ways. I did reviews on the first 3 Jurassic Park films. I got to finally go back and do World. What was it? Dominion after that. And then there was another one after that. Now there's another one. I think that's how there's like 4 already.
How about Carnosaur? Are you a fan of Carnosaur?
Carnosaur?
Yeah.
What is Carnosaur?
Oh, you never seen that? It's like a dinosaur like horror movie.
Oh, no, I never saw that. You know, I was never big on like I don't want to say creature features, but like big animals or mutated animals and stuff, or fish or anything like that start attacking people. Like all the Sharknado movies, I never got into any of that. Or like any type of big creature or like actual animal, not a made up creature that becomes big. There's some here and there that I'll watch, like Cocaine Dare for some reason.
All right. Honestly, I just saw that last weekend for the first time. I didn't see it in theaters. I haven't seen it since it came out, and then we watched it finally last week. I thought it was pretty good. I liked it.
Yeah, I had fun watching that.
Yeah.
It's fucking ridiculous in every way imaginable.
Yeah.
But it was fun. It was a lot of fun. I don't remember much from it, but it is ridiculous.
It's one of those movies where you like it'll out of nowhere just start to get really gory. You know, it's just like I was not expecting like what was in it.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, no, that is a big movie. Now, anything Jurassic Park is going to be a big release. I'm trying to think of like the horror because we have Friday the 13th, the series. I don't know when it's coming out. Is it supposed to be this year? And then we have Welcome to Derry, that series. It pretty cool. Is it a prequel? I think it's a prequel. Yeah, it's in the 60s. So yeah, it's a prequel. Now I'm looking forward to Welcome to Derry. I think it's Camp Crystal Lake is the name of the show, right? Yeah. It's going to be on Peacock. I don't think it has a release yet. It's A24 though. I mean, I don't know what they're going to do with a prequel series for Friday. I'm interested to find out. I know we'll probably focus on Pamela. It's what's her name? Linda Cardellini? I think her name is. Supposed to play her.
Well, they might cover the whole like Jason might already be dead, and they might cover like all the stuff going on at Crystal Lake afterwards. That's what I would assume.
Because it's in the 60s. No. Welcome to Derry's in the 60s. I didn't read when it's set, so it probably that makes sense though. It probably would be after Jason's dead and drowned, and we'll see Mrs. Voorhees like working at the camp or something. That's what I'm thinking. Because I can't think of what else would they do? I mean, they could focus just on a random summer at that camp, but we didn't get any killings until the 1980s.
It's a teen drama, like Hey Dude, I guess.
Yeah. Remember that? That was a good show. Pete and Pete. I can't believe Michelle Trachtenberg passed away.
Man, that was crazy.
Really hit me. I was like, damn. It's like when she did Harriet the Spy, like she was like the same age as me. Watching that, and like so I grew up with her, watching her and shit. And Euro Trip, I love that movie. And Black Christmas 06 remake.
Yeah, the Black Christmas remake was really good. I like that.
Yeah, I like the remake. A decent amount, actually. I think it's very enjoyable. And I think it has the better Christmas aesthetic compared to the original Black Christmas. Like, it is fucking Christmas up in Black Christmas 06. Everywhere. The music that's playing, and then I like how the lights that keep going on, all the red and green lights. Like, it's a lot of Christmas. And I like how they expand upon, like, some things, how they expand upon Billy's lore and stuff. And we see Agnes. Like, I don't really like the whole Agnes killing people. That I don't really care for. It would have been better if they, like, talked about Agnes, or even if you saw her, but she wasn't, like, the killer for, like, the movie. But it's more entertaining. It's a million times more entertaining than the 2019 remake. That one's a fucking disaster. So bad. I wonder what the effect budget was for this. There's a lot of effects, which I remember. And I said at the beginning of this, it's better than I remember. The practical stuff. It's a lot better than I remember. Man says, I don't understand something people do these list of worst mothers in horror movies. And they put Mrs. Voorhees is one of them. I don't think she should have been mother. No, yeah, I agree with that. And that's something that think makes the first Friday a very unique slasher movie. It's like one of the first. Is that you can totally sympathize for her character. I mean, yeah, she's nuts, and yeah, it doesn't give you the right to fucking murder people, but she did it all because she loved her son. Her eyes, all these people killed her son. They let her drown. They let him drown. So I could see it. And Betsy Palmer does such a great job for wanting a car that bad. She really did a great job with her performance. Like, instead of just phoning some cheap bullshit of a performance in for that car, she did a great job.
Well, she kind of embraced it there at the end of her, like at the end there. Like she like at first she was like kind of confused, like really? Like people like this kind of stuff? And like the horror community just embraced her.
And then you brought it up, so now you get it, because I was looking for a place to drop this. Here's Pamela for you.
Did you know that a young boy drowned the year before those two others were killed? The counselors weren't paying any attention. They were making love while that young boy drowned. His name was Jason. I was working the day that it happened, preparing meals. Here, I was the cook. Jason should have been watched every minute. He wasn't a very good swimmer. We can go now, dear. I am Jason. I am. You see, Jason was my son. And today is his birthday. Oh, I couldn't let them open this place again. Could I? Not after what happened. You let him drown. You never paid any attention. Look what you did to him. Look what you did to him.
Just got the sweater and shit and everything. It's so fun making them. That's for you now. Bringing up the board. To go even further, there is one mother in horror movies that no one ever says is a bad mother. That should be on that damn list. Billy Loomis' mother. Oh, that whole stupid franchise I don't like. Yeah. She's the killer in Scream 2, right? The stupid reporter who is so obviously the killer, even though you don't know the first time you're watching it that it's Billy's mother. But it's so obvious she's the killer. And there's no way she killed anybody. Yeah, but she's insane. That looks so cool.
I love this, how he's like talking about like, I didn't make the rules. Like it's like they're kind of addressing everything that like the viewers thinking, like trying to piece it all together. And he's like, I don't know, I didn't make this up. You know, it is what it is.
I just love his voice too. I can listen to him just like talk and tell a story. See, Doc.
Oh, there we go.
That nice blood of Jesus Christ. It's gonna heal you. Reminds me of the nun. The vial of Jesus Christ's blood. She shoved it in Alex's mouth. Oh. The Nun 2 was better in like every way, but still. That's right. We have The Conjuring 3 coming out. I don't know if it's coming out this year, but sometime either at the end of the year or the beginning. It's called Last Rites.
Oh, this is where he steals the key.
Oh, that's yeah, I remember this. I would steal that too, just for how cool it looks. And I'll make a flask out of it.
You may make it and turn it into a flask, man.
It's already got the opening shit that the blood of Jesus Christ is in. You just pour that shit over to the side. You clean it out with water. You put some whiskey in there. All of the day. Oh, it is this year. The Conjuring 3 comes out September 5th. It's called The Conjuring Last Rites. And this, I believe, is the last Conjuring film. Which, at this point, thank you. I mean, I don't really care for many of the films in that whole Conjuring verse, except the first two Conjuring films, which I think the second's the best. And I like Annabelle Creation. Annabelle Home is fun too. Besides that, all the other ones, I really Annabelle is the original.
I always thought like if they would have stuck with like the whole like if they would have made it more kind of subdued with the whole Annabelle thing, like if they would have made it more like the Raggedy Ann doll, you know, it would have been more creepy. But like they made it a little. They went a little overboard with that.
I agree. They made Annabelle way too creepy looking. Like the type of doll was like, there's no fucking way I would put that in my house ever.
No.
They should have kept it as a Raggedy Ann doll or something that looks a lot more close to a Raggedy Ann doll.
Right.
But even with that, it's not a lot in the original film. There's like maybe like one or two scenes. And one is the elevator scene. She sees like the hand in the carriage, and she gets on the elevator, and it keeps opening, and she shuts it and opens again. That has some tension to it. I did a video, I think, on Annabelle. Yeah, I haven't done Annabelle Creation. So that's the one I really. I don't think we'll ever get another Annabelle film. I hope not. I think they realize that's as far as they can go with. Oh, that's right. She spits right. That's right. That spit. Trying to steal the fucking key. Trying to take the flask away from me. Waiting to hear back from a few people for interviews. One of them is looking good for this month, but we're probably going to record it and I'll upload it. But Fabio Frizzi. A lot of Fulci movies.
Speaking of Fulci, I think there was an eye kill later in this movie.
Oh, is there?
Yeah.
I don't remember that. I got to see how that plays out. Yeah, he loves his eye trauma. I was just talking about this with Keith the other day. About stuff. Like even when it wasn't, like even in his earlier films, like Lizard with Skin and Don't Torture a Duckling, Psychic, even if it's not like eyes being mutilated, he still like his signature zoom in slowly on the eyes or quick zoom.
You're waiting for it, yeah.
Yeah, like he always like he'll go around, he'll film his characters, or he'll just film just their eyes, and then it goes from character to character. It's just zoomed in on their eyes like that, or you get the famous quick zoom in on the eyes that he does. He used all the time, all of his movies. that'll be a blast talking with Fabio Frizzi. I mean, he's one of my favorite horror composers. He's such an underrated composer.
When's that going to be?
I'm not sure. I'm waiting to hear back. They said one of the Monday works the best. So one of the Mondays this month. And I'm gonna record with them, and then I'll post it in like a few hours.
Nice.
And then I'm waiting to hear back from Felipe Mora, who directed The Beast Within, The Howling 2 and 3, a few other movies that I can't remember off the top of my head. But The Beast Within, I'm a huge fan. And I had Paul Clemens on, who played the main character in that film. Multiple times, actually, at this point. We became pretty friendly when I had both often. But I wanted to have the director on too, so I reached out to him. He's like, "Yeah, reach out at the beginning of June."
We got Hunter S. Thompson, Billy Zane here.
Oh, that's
and
right,
I'm sure Dick Miller is just having a blast right here. He's
for sure.
Yeah.
I dressed up as Hunter S. Thompson for two parties like 12, 13 years ago, and I didn't break character for 2 days straight. Me and my girlfriend at the time, we went to one costume contest at a bar somewhere and didn't break character the entire time. I had the cigarette holder, sunglasses, everything. And then I went to a good friend of mine's house in Brooklyn the night after that. They had like a costume contest, and I won. And somebody stole the fucking trophy in the middle of the night.
Oh, man.
Before I even got it, and like it just disappeared. Like whatever.
So, what kind of substances did you bring with you in your briefcase?
I did bring a briefcase. Seriously, I wasn't going to just say that. I did. It was a fun night. When I said I didn't bring character, I didn't bring character. Probably died of nicotine overdose. Just having a cigarette lit in the holder. That's something. That's a movie I got to do a video on. Like a non-horror. I've been wanting to do
Fear and Loathing?
Yeah, I've been wanting to do that for a while. How about you? I have right over here to the left of what my bookshelf is. Like 500. Don't have Fear and Loathing because I fucking lent that out to a friend of mine like 10 years ago and never gave it back. It disappeared.
Was it the Criterion or which one?
No, the novel.
Oh, the novel.
Yeah. I have his I have like 4 or 5, and that was one of them that I had. I went to that, friend never gave it back. Same thing almost happened with my Fight Club novel. That almost didn't get it back.
Yeah, I've got a lot of like autographs and stuff. And Hunter S. Thompson's one of the things that I've always wanted to get an autograph of Hunter S. Thompson. Like, just like that's one of the autographs I've kind of been looking for. But
oh yeah, that would be awesome. I mean, he lives a crazy life.
Mm-hmm.
What else? Okay.
I love it. You guys are so great.
I have a preset. Mary. Yeah, I like all the green eye effect.
Yeah, the green eyes, the blood too. That's really good.
That's cool with the head.
Mm-hmm. Oh, here we go, right here. That wasn't that bad, but you know.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, this is such a fast-paced film. It doesn't even feel like.
Well, it's aged pretty well too, because it's
Really good.
like you said, it's got like a mix of the CG and the practicals, and it's like some of those early kind of 90s and 80s.
Yeah, exactly.
The sponge right here.
Yeah, I was just laughing at that. That's great. That was practical.
Yeah. How long was it in his mouth? That's what I want to know.
Whatever the last line was before that, that's when he put it in his mouth. But yeah, it definitely has a strong 90s film vibe to it. But yeah, it mixes both the practical and it still holds up. Like there's nothing that I've seen so far that made me go like, oh man. Like that don't look good. That CGI, like nothing has made me think that.
Billy Zane is awesome.
Yeah, no, like I said, he's still a show. Yeah, he just went all out. He went balls to the wall crazy.
And it feels like an episode of the show.
It does. I think that's why this was my favorite of the films and why I've seen it more than the others. Because it does feel like it's a very long episode, like an extended episode.
Mm-hmm.
Pigs in Spain. It does have that Lamberto Bava demons, you know, just because of how one that they're being attacked by demons in an enclosed space or building, and just how it's just so fast paced.
Mm-hmm. This reminds me of Aliens, like with the whole Vasquez and Gorman.
I got a hot take with that movie. I don't like Aliens.
You don't like Aliens?
Yeah, and I didn't watch it until maybe 2 years ago.
Really?
Yeah, I love the first Alien. I'm not a big sci-fi guy. Like unless like it's very like I'm very particular with my sci-fi movies. And
well, the second one was more action. So
yeah, no, definitely.
Yeah.
I just thought the writing was like the logic around it. And I know you shouldn't be using that and stuff, but still, like the whole point of having what's her name?
Ripley.
I don't know why I blanked on that. Having her come back and go back and everything is so forced.
Right.
But I don't. I just think it. Yeah, I know.
You know what's up.
Yeah. He's probably doing something, had it on the background, heard me say that shit, and ran over here to fucking type. You know I don't like Aliens, did you? Dave, God rest his soul, my buddy Dave. I can't believe it's been over a year. It just passed a year. But him and Mike at the Real Fit Beetle, they couldn't believe that I couldn't care for it either. Because I love the first movie. It's a masterpiece. But it's one that I don't even throw on often. And that was the only Alien film I've seen until I saw Aliens. I never saw any other Alien movie up until I saw Aliens 2. And then I saw Romulus, which I really all those drawings are cool. And that looks awesome.
Oh, all the comic book panels and stuff, or
yeah, the comic books.
And with the the effect. It looks like The Thing.
Yeah.
Almost.
Face is fucking opening up and stuff. That looks really cool. Yeah, the effects are much better than I remember. Which I remember them being good.
Yeah, Ginger's doing a whole series on the Alien movies, and I've been kind of watching those. Those have been pretty good.
Yeah, it has been. They have been good. You did Prometheus, and then you did Covenant the other day, right? The Alien Covenant. Romulus, I really enjoyed. For the most part. I think I did. Yeah. I don't think I did that. I was supposed to, and then I didn't. Because if I that's the thing with new releases. I don't record a day or two after I see a movie, especially if it's one I don't care for much.
Mm-hmm.
And it's hard to get back into wanting to talk about it, and then I'll just not do it.
Right.
And then like down the road, I'll come back to it. It's like a full deep dive.
Yeah, I thought Romulus was pretty good.
Yeah, right. I enjoyed it. And another movie that I thought was pretty good, despite not being a fan of the franchise, was the Hellraiser remake from a few years back. I'm not a Hellraiser fan. Past second.
You didn't like any of them?
No, I like the first one. I like them.
Okay.
I don't love them. There's another two classic movies that never really fully hit for me, as they do other people, but I do enjoy them, and I've grown more appreciation for them over the years. But I've never seen past the third Hellraiser, except for Revelations, because Matt, my buddy at Pugball 316, made me watch Revelations, and it was fucking terrible. I mean, we were talking the whole time, so it didn't really matter. But from what I was watching, but I never saw past the third movie.
Mm.
I didn't really care to. I know a lot of those films are bad. One, I know a lot of them also aren't even. They didn't start kind of like this. It doesn't start a Hellraiser script. It's some completely random script, and then they throw Hellraiser on it. They fit an head instead of lights in. So I never saw past the third, except for I think it was Revelations.
Are you a fan of any other Clive Barker kind of novels or?
Candyman.
Candyman.
Even though he didn't direct the movie or anything, but it's based off of the story. That's my favorite. Anything to do with Clive Barker. Candyman. I mean, that's the top 20 movie of all time. Candyman is a masterpiece. So for me, that's anything to do with Clive Barker. That's the apex for me, right? That first.
Yeah, Tony Todd was great. That Philip Glass score,
it's
so good.
Best film scores of all time. One of the best film scores. It's one of the best. I think the social commentary in that film is some of the best, in a horror film, along with Night of the Living Dead,
Mm-hmm.
Dead films. But I think the way that they handle everything, the legend and the myth in the urban society, because of how bad where they live and nobody helps them and stuff, the police don't even show up, that they start blaming this mythical figure and this legend for the atrocities happening around them. The social commentary is excellent.
Mm-hmm.
And that's something I don't usually pay attention to in movies or care about unless it's very well done, or if the movie centers around it in some way. Kind of like Jordan Peele's films, they have a lot of social commentary in them. And those I didn't Nope. That's cool.
Oh man.
Burn the shit out of his pants. That's where he jumps in the chute. She looks like she just came out of Descent.
Yeah, I was just gonna say that.
Frank from Blood.
Yeah, with this, I think I remember him dragging her around coming up here, and that was so good.
They start like they have a showdown.
Yeah.
Kicks major ass. I walked back in at the wrong moment. Yeah, when I was talking about Black Alley. I might be watching something easy. And I don't have any nostalgia attached to it.
Yeah, like the first Alien and The Thing are like two of my favorite like sci-fi horror movies. Like there's
favorite movie of all time.
Yeah, like those. There are a few movies to me that are like I consider perfect, and The Thing is one of them. And like the first Alien, definitely.
Absolutely,
like
I agree on both of them. I just don't watch Alien often.
Yeah,
throw it on like I don't know, like movies. That's what I mean with like sci-fi stuff. Movies set in. I think that's what it is more so. Movies set in space. Like sci-fi films that have that really spacey feel to it and shit like that, I don't care for as much, unless like it's something really creative, like
right.
the Fifth Element. I always bring up because that is such a fun. That's some creative shit in that film. There's stuff in that movie that I've never seen yet, or before that, or since. So like it has to be real original, which Alien is, and. It's just I don't throw it on. But it is masterpiece. That's right, yeah. I pulled it downstairs. Yeah. Our head hit the friggin' stair on the way. She had a bra and pants. She like that before. She like that before. He'd do that. I think he did that. Unless she did it when she was unconscious. Yo, hello, and thanks. Hey, Stacey. How you doing? How is your Friday going? Well, technically Saturday.
So I'm confused with this scene right here. Is he like? Is he like? I was always curious. Was he genuine, or is he just still kind of trying to play her right here? Like I never really kind of got this.
That's right.
Because the way he plays it off is very like
sincere almost.
Yeah.
Because just how he is. I don't think. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I can see where you're coming from, and I think they did it that way on purpose.
Right.
Like he was being sincere, but I don't think he was. He's just trying to do whatever he can.
Oh, Stacy, Die Hard 2.
Yeah, mine would be Shawshank Redemption. We were talking about it earlier, Stacey, about Sadler. He's been in so many. I think it got the death stare. He's staring at me down. Pause.
So, like, one thing I've always been curious about with these kind of movies is, like, when there's, like, kind of a generational guardian or whatever, like, what do they do for work? Like, do they, like, the rest of the time, do they just, like, work in an office somewhere and they're just worried about Billy Zane busting down the door? Or what, like, how do they pay the bills, you know?
I guess so. I guess maybe they just, until something happens.
Right.
Continue on like normal. Until this, unfortunately, all this shit happens.
Because William Sadler's character was alive since World War I, so he's been kicking around for almost 100 years. So it's like you know, you got to eat.
Do we find out? I don't think we find out how old Billy Zane's character is. And the building blows up. Then the building blows up in just before dawn. Too, doesn't it blow up? The barn just before dawn again.
I don't think it blows up. I think it just like
blow up.
Completely wrecked. That's about it.
Okay. I don't know why for some reason that picture second blowing up. It's definitely a wreck.
Go Dodgers.
It's on a bus.
Yeah.
I'm out. I just survived shit.
Stacy, I would pick Pinhead.
Pinhead or Candyman for an enforcer. Yeah, probably Pinhead. I think Pinhead would be better. It's Candyman, you gotta call his name and shit. He's got shot. He can leave you hanging in a pinch. If you really need him, someone to call his name. Yeah. Pinhead, he'll be there. You do have to solve the puzzle box. I mean,
true.
We have how many movies? What, 8, 9 plus in the franchise? And nobody seems to have a fucking problem solving that puzzle box and accidentally letting the Cenobites out. So I think that's the best answer. Pinhead.
And there's the question if Candyman actually existed or if he's just.
Or if you look at the first movie, I mean, I tend to lean that it's just Helen. She is known as Candyman. She became her own, the legend she was looking into. And yeah, disturbing behavior. That's a good. Legacy. What was that? The show? I always forget the tagline. If 3 is the other side, I think 3 is the other side, or 2 is the other side, and 3 is something else. It's something like that. But I really like 2 and 3, especially. I'm not a huge fan of the original book. Okay. Going with Candyman as your enforcer, and then okay, I could be Candyman. Okay, guys. Well, thank you for hanging out. Thanks for joining. It's fun. We have it in here. I love it.
No problem, man. Anytime. It was fun.
Yeah. Great hanging.
I haven't seen this movie in a long time, so it was actually kind of nice to watch it again.
Yeah, same. This is the most that I paid attention to it. Yeah, that's right. Yes.
This chick's so hot.
Yeah. I just always love how they animate it. All the puppeteer work and stuff is great. And who does the voice for him again?
Kassir, right?
Yeah, something like
Kassir. Yeah, I'm actually gonna meet him in a couple months. He's gonna be at a con kind of nearby.
Oh, nice. That'll be cool.
Yeah.
I mean,
I'll try and get him to do a shout out for the channel.
Oh, that'd be cool. Yeah, thanks. That's cool. His voice is just like.
I think these were like actually the producers on the movies too. I remember that kind of.
Yeah.
Hearing that somewhere.
I think you're right. Yeah, John Kassir.
Yeah.
Billy Zane, William Sadler, Jada Pinkett, Brenda Back, CCH Pounder, Dick Miller, Thomas Hayden Church, John Cho, Gary Farmer, Charles something. That's pretty much the relevant ones. I mean, yeah, that's some hell of a cast. I almost saw that it's Tom Savini. It's Tom Vincini. Yeah.
I love how they do the ending as well.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
It fades out. And the intro and the outro of the show, and which is the same basically. How it just goes and slowly POV into the mansion, stuff, into the basement, and staying out and leaves. It's a great intro and outro. And Danny Elfman's music again. It's I think one of the greatest composers, like its time in its generation. But all right, guys, that is Tales of the Crypt Demon Knight, and thank you again, Synth, one for the support and love and friendship as always, and two for and making your YouTube debut.
Thanks for coming out, chat.
Yeah, chat, everybody, Nan, Stacy. I don't want to list everybody, then I'll forget people and feel bad. So,
all right.
I'll read this last one. Why would you pick Pinhead? You can't get him to come out unless you have the box. Yeah, well, you would need the box first, and in order to call on it. Can't even. I mean, that's true. It's a valid point you're making for sure. So we'll debate on it later. Thanks, man. All right, everybody. Have a good night. I'll talk to you soon. Later.